When did you stop dreaming? And what I mean by that is not like while you're sleeping. I mean, when did you stop believing that your life could become something different? I don't know. For me, I don't think it was one specific day. I think it happened slowly. A dream here, a disappointment there. Life just happens, and it throws us curveballs that we don't see coming. About 9 years ago, I lost my brother in a car accident. He was my older brother, and he was on his way home from work, well, actually, to meet his wife and his daughter because it was going to be her first day of school. And he never made it. That that rocked our world. That rocked our lives, no doubt. Especially my parents, especially my dad. My dad lived vicariously through my brother most of his life. My brother was always, the cool guy. He got the girls. He partied. He lived a crazy life while he was younger, and my dad never got to do any of that. So, like like I said, my dad lived vicariously through my brother, and losing him destroyed him. A few years later, going on 4 years now, my dad passed away. He passed away due to heart problems and other issues, but to me, he died of a broken heart. Losing my brother devastated him. He was never the same, and towards the end, he just gave up on life. I remember having even a conversation with him that he told me he was just tired, and he was only here because of me and my niece. And yeah, that the day my dad passed, my world was shattered. And I think in a lot of ways, I still haven't really come to terms with those losses. When when my when my dad passed, my mom stayed. She had her own apartment back then, and she stayed alone for a few years, right, for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, because she didn't want to leave her space. But I ended up having to. I was going over to her house on a daily basis, whether it was before work or after work. I was always checking up on her. I was always making sure she was okay because she was getting up there in age too, and she wasn't doing great. So my life my life changed when my brother passed, but when my dad passed, it dramatically changed. I had to step up and really be there for my mom more than ever. I ended up moving her in with me about a year and a half ago. I'd say almost 2 years ago. At the time, I had a nice house, uh, and yeah, she she has just gotten progressively worse and worse health wise, and my life just kind of halted. Late last year, we were told by our landlords, which were some friends of mine, that they were going to sell the house and we had to move. My mom had given up her apartment maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe 4 months prior to that, which was hard for her as it was. But then losing the house that we had and having to find a new place, and rent is crazy everywhere, but here in South Florida, it's astronomical because of my mom's health and all that. Work had been an issue. She's been in and out of the hospital. I've had to cut down on work, and I mean, I think the fact of losing that house, first losing her apartment and then losing the house, spiraled my mom into this depressive state that, although she won't acknowledge, she's still in to this day. When it came time to finally move in January, I saw myself at the lowest I think I've ever been in my life. I have been doing a little Ubering here and there. I've been selling some stuff online, things like that, but I didn't have like a full-time job. And we saw ourselves in a situation where we almost didn't know where to go. But luckily some people showed up and helped, and somebody found me an efficiency, which is where I'm at now, which the guy was nice enough to at least rent it to us without having to give, like the 3 months that most places required, which we just didn't have at the time. And that's where we're at now. We're in a small little apartment, sharing a room with my mother. Luckily, we have separate beds in there, but still, there's like no privacy, and we're like on top of each other the whole time. So, and like I said, she's still in this depressive state, and she's not doing good. She'll be 88 this year, and my life has become this worry of like, I need to be there for her, and I have been there for her, and I think that's kind of where I put all my dreams aside, and somehow, somewhere there, and trying to be there for everyone else, slowly disappeared from my own life. And I'm not saying all this because I regret loving my family or caring for them or being there for my mom or my niece who was only 5 when she lost her dad. I'd do it again, but I think it's time for me to finally remember that my life matters too, and my dreams matter too. So yeah, I don't know exactly what my future looks like, but I know this. I know I want to stop postponing my own life. And again, not because I love my family any less, because I finally believe there's room. There's room to love them and still become the person that I'm meant to be. I, I think it all goes back to what I've been talking about these last couple of videos, and it's about showing up. And I haven't shown up for myself because I felt that I need to show up for everyone else first. But we we have to learn to balance our lives. That's what I'm learning. We have to give time to heal these wounds that we have and to let go of this guilt that we carry. Because I know I do. I loved my dad, and I'm so thankful that I was with him there holding his hand when he finally passed away. And I love my mother as much as she drives me freaking crazy sometimes. But I know I want to be there for her. But again, I'm 51 years old. I'm relatively healthy. I take care of myself, and I hope to be here for a long time. But my brother thought he'd be here a long time too. We don't know when our ticket's up, and we need we need to live our lives. We need to show up for ourselves, and we need to care for ourselves and love ourselves enough to step up and show up for ourselves. Life is going to throw us life is going to throw you crazy curves when you least expect it. I've lost a lot of people in my life. Like I said, my brother, my dad. I lost one of my best friends, Mario, going it's going to be 20 years now. He was he was more of a brother to me in a lot of ways than my own brother. And I don't mean that in any bad way about my brother, but I was just very close to Mario. He was my best friend. We knew each other for almost a decade, and we did so much and had so many plans to things that we wanted to do. And he was young. He was in his 40s when he passed away. He unfortunately was just not a healthy guy. He passed away in his sleep from sleep apnea, I believe. He was a very heavy set guy, but still, he was like 40, 42, I think, or less than that. I think he was in, yeah, I think he was around 40. What I'm trying to say is, don't stop dreaming. Yeah, don't don't stop chasing your dreams, and don't stop showing up for yourselves. As as always, thanks for just listening, and thank you for showing up. We'll talk again soon.